Hello. Well, hello. We're super ready for this post-show / Money in the Bank after show / what happened / what's going on and / again, you're super invited to we welcome again the new followers, new subscribers. This is your channel, Wrestling Battle US. Carla, your analyst. Alex, your what?
Your ring announcer and commentator.
Your ring announcer and commentator. Definitely you can join the live chat right now. We got to talk about it. It's a live chat that is open, so you can tell us, what do you think? What happened tonight? What happened actually tonight? And Money in the Bank. We have to talk about it, and we're going to go little by little, checking all the highlights, because tonight it was, I'm going to say, game changer for some people. It was a nightmare for some other people. It was unexpected, and you know how it is. So definitely you can like this video and subscribe, follow on time, put it in the comment section. What do you think about this one? And thanks again for being here in your channel. So definitely you can double check much more information in the description down below for our podcast that is called Wrestle Splash Podcast. What was the first match?
We started off, ladies and gentlemen, let's start off with, it was live from Los Angeles, California, Intuit Dome for Money in the Bank. It was the time 17,069 fans tonight in the arena. Was the proposed line saying the final time is now.
Exactly.
We'll start off 5 matches. We start off the first match, the women's ladder match for the contract for the women inside the briefcase. Match lasted 25 minutes, 15 seconds. It was Naomi versus Alexa Bliss versus Julia versus Rhea Ripley versus Roxanne Perez and Stephanie Vaquer. Winning, great match. A lot of things you can see there. Everybody throws around with the ladders.
Yeah.
Everywhere was a mayhem in that match. But didn't predict that I was going to be the winner. But Naomi getting the victory and is now Miss Money in the Bank.
I mean, we have to talk about it. One of the things that we have to admit it at this point. First of all, I have to say something. The 6 women were just on fire. They were just unbelievable, and they were having all the package tonight for winning the Money in the Bank briefcase. And we got your comments again. Yes, yeet, and of course, thanks again that everybody is entering to the live chat. Again, let us know what you think about the women's, Money in the Bank. Yeah, Truth, Blood, Twist was fire. Totally. I really loved everything. Everybody was just on point, to the point that they were so connected and one on top of the other one. And I think at this point, everybody was running for Naomi like crazy, but another percentage was expecting much more for Stephanie Vaquer and Roxanne Perez. And one of my predictions in the live streaming that we tend to do in our channel, here in the channel, it was that a lot of people were saying, forget it, Roxanne Perez, she's gonna get screwed by Liv Morgan. It did not happen, okay? Forget about Rhea Ripley, she's not gonna make it, she should not win it. It happened, thankfully she got already not messed up, but everybody was making sure that Rhea Ripley won't make it until the end, and it did not happen. So one of the things that it really caught my attention is that it looked for a moment it was supposed to be Stephanie, it looked for a moment it was supposed to be Roxanne, and at the end, I'm gonna say it like this, the green light was just for Naomi. Unbelievable. It was unbelievable the way she could do it. I don't know how she did it at the end. Bottom line, it's a new beginning for Naomi, new character, all the credits for the new character, the new storyline. If it wouldn't happen before like this, forget about Naomi. Naomi right now will be in the limbo. And now the Money in the Bank briefcase is going to bring a new beginning, possible championship, of course, right? And she better do it, right? And best part of it, the fans are just happy about it.
Yeah.
I mean, do you like the idea that Naomi deserves this Money in the Bank winning?
Well, it was not my taste of it.
I know. Yeah.
She did women's champion before. only lasted with the title about 2 months, I would say.
Correct.
But not my taste. I wanted somebody else to win it. But Naomi was her new character, now turning heel.
Exactly.
I would have assumed that her character would be a little bit better this time. So we'll see how it goes with that one. And when she's going to turn into her briefcase.
Yeah. I mean, we're not sure if she's supposed to do it just like Tiffany Stratton. For Tiffany Stratton, she took kind of 3 months or something. It all works according to the storyline. Apparently, it was a little bit kind of funny and fishy, like to see Tiffany. When is she supposed to cash it? Because you have Nia Jax, and the moment that it happened for Tiffany Stratton, it was different. Nia Jax is not any competitor. But at this point, Naomi, who could be the best opponent? It's supposed to be Tiffany Stratton,
or that's the only.
That's
Everybody's gonna go up their own brand. Nobody's gonna jump.
It's not supposed to jump on another one.
It's supposed. You can do it, but normally it doesn't happen. That you just go directly to the brand they're at.
Exactly. Yeah, it shouldn't happen. In other words, it should not happen. And again, everybody that is entering to the live chat, welcome again. We got new follower, Big Wow.
Big Wow.
Big Wow. Right? Everybody that is entering to the live chat, drop it in the comment section. Do you like the idea that Naomi now is the women's Money in the Bank winner? This is huge. It's just unbelievable, seriously. And again, it was necessary, I guess. And this is a huge kind of prediction. I'm not sure until what point Bianca can come back in such a way and start or continue the storyline with Naomi. That's a good question too, because we don't even know when Bianca she's supposed to come back.
We don't know that, but remember now comes Night of Champions, where they're gonna be having a King and Queen winner qualifying match, and it looks like we're gonna have women's qualifying. Who makes you believe that champion? Remember, the winner of the Queen of the Ring will get a title shot at SummerSlam against the champion.
Yep.
Who everything can be Cargill winning the King of the Ring, the Queen of the Ring, facing and that time champion who is Naomi.
Exactly. Holy moly, they got us. Yes. What's going on, Samoan? Yep. So totally true. Happens. This is so shocking. I'm serious. Yeah, I mean, who was gonna think that Naomi was gonna make it ever? I guess everybody lost the faith for a moment for some of the wrestlers, and when you see these type of matches, like suddenly, miraculously, something happened, something that you would never thought about it happened. You know what? I knew it the whole time. Totally. I'm at work again. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Hard working.
Yes.
Working hard. Truth is the man. Totally. I mean, the following match.
The following match was set up. This was a match was not confirmed for tonight, but it was set up at Worlds Collide. It was a singles match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. That match lasted 4 minutes 55 seconds. Dirty Dominic Mysterio defending the Intercontinental Championship against Onagon Jr. Onagon is a superstar from AAA who fought earlier tonight at Worlds Collide in a 6-man tag team. And Dirty Dom was at ringside at the pay-per-view of Worlds Collide. After the match was over, he made the challenge to Onagon, and the match was confirmed for tonight's pay-per-view at Money in the Bank. Match 4 minutes. We all knew that Dirty Dom was going to retain the title.
That was obvious. Yeah.
Of course, Liv Morgan was by his side, interrupting the match, so we knew that was going to happen anyway.
Yeah, we knew it was going to happen. It's just, it looked kind of weird that they would have put only 4 matches, I mean, the fact that they add one more match at the last moment, it does not matter. The point is that, they have to fill up the gap and,
fill up the list
it worked. It worked. And if not, it would have been with another person. It's just taking advantage of that event, they call it out on time. So that was the second match. That funny thing, again, Dominic Mysterio, made sense to be in that event. Even though he was just trashing out everybody. It's like always.
Exactly.
The following
match was a ladies one-on-one match, last chance match for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. Match lasted 15 minutes 20 seconds. It was Becky Lynch taking on the champion Lyra Valkyria, and we have a new champion, Becky Lynch defeating Lyra Valkyria. But remember, there was 2 stipulations in this match. If Becky Lynch had lost, she would never get another challenge for that title as long as Lyra Valkyria is the champion.
Exactly.
And 2, if she wins, Becky Lynch, Lyra Valkyria had to raise her hand and say she's the champion.
Yeah, that was too much.
We have a new champion. Becky Lynch is now the Intercontinental Champion. We always thought that Bayley was going to show up. Guess what? Didn't happen. Yeah. But at the end, Lyra Valkyria attacked her in the back.
I'm telling you, everybody was rooting to see Bayley coming back again. My prediction was to say, Bayley, she's supposed to come back. If you put Bayley right now in the limbo, or she suddenly is being forgotten, I don't know why. Why would you do that? This is your greatest opportunity to play around with the wrestlers. You know, again, when was the last time we saw Becky Lynch versus Bayley? It's been how many years?
It's been a while.
It's been a while, and it could be so interesting to put it back again. And, you know, forget about Lyra Valkyria for a moment. I mean, we can get momentum with some of this type of storylines that, you know, it happened in the past. So if it happened in the past, that means it could work right now in the present. And right now, again, now we got rid of Lyra Valkyria. Let's put something, you know, something creative, whatever. But it looks like Bayley, she did not come up unless she's actually coming back in the middle of a Monday Night Raw. What technically, they tend to do it like that. Like, they want to see it. They want to put surprises also in the regular shows, like Smackdown or Monday Night Raw. If they put it on Monday Night Raw, it's fine. But apparently now they are doing a little bit of trying to promote what's coming up, which is the Queen, the King, what?
King and Queen of the Ring,
exactly,
which is a Night of Champions.
Exactly.
This Monday night on Raw, it start the qualifying matches.
Oh, that's gonna start it already.
Monday and SmackDown for the qualifying matches started off this week to see who's gonna go to to Night of Champions.
Yeah, like one of the examples would be suddenly we have Nikki Bella tomorrow. You know, like
no Monday, tomorrow's Sunday.
I mean, sorry, Sunday. I mean Monday. Yes, I mean it's happening. You know, like. Why don't we take advantage of these people that they're coming back in such a way?
If they can, Bella will be one of the participants.
Yeah.
In the money, I mean, in the qualifying for the Night of Champions. So.
But like I said again, that type of prediction, I think everybody was like, "What happened?" Suddenly she wins like this. He's the one who knows the moves, and apparently she cheated. Was that true? What was it?
Well,
what was the actual move?
She rolled it up and got her tights.
There you go.
To get the pin. So
and
that's illegal. If the referee sees it, it says no.
So the referee did not see it. That's the reason she won, or what?
Of course.
Okay, so forget it. Becky Lynch right now, she's ruling as a heel. Yes, she's managing everything to perfection. I don't know right now if the attention is going to be the same thing for Becky Lynch. We have to understand that Becky Lynch, again, she's been holding biggest titles ever. This is supposed to be considered like a mid-card championship. It shouldn't be a big deal, but it is a big deal because it's Becky Lynch again, right? So I assume that now Monday Night Raw is going to be much more elevated. What do you think?
Of course it is. So we have to see how it goes on. Yeah. Now we have Nikki Bella to see what she has to do. Is she just coming for wrestling, or is she just coming to talk, or what is she going to do? We have to see what happens. Or to
bring something different to the table, you know, because of the... What's the name of the other show? Evolution. Sorry, Evolution. It's another show that is supposed to come back, and it's only women's. You know, yeah. Christine, what's going on? Happy to see R-Truth back.
Yes.
Totally. Everybody's happy. Everybody was in shock, but we want to understand if this is true or not. So R-Truth is going by Ron Killings. I think R-Truth should have stayed as Ron Killings years ago. That's a good
Ron
question.
Killings is his real name.
That's the real name. Good point.
Well, our next match, ladies and gentlemen, was the ladder match for the men. It was 33 minutes 35 seconds. Seth Rollins versus Andrade versus LA Knight versus Penta versus Solo Sikoa versus El Grande Americano. And once again, this match was ferocious. As always, Seth Rollins having Paul Heyman by his side. At half of the match, sending Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed to help him out. Solo Sikoa was not by himself either. Jay-Z Mateo and Jacob Fatu as well. But the funny thing is, Solo Sikoa was going to climb up the ladder that Jacob told him to do. And Jacob at the end said no.
Yeah.
Super kicked him, splashed him, moonsault him. So that means Jacob Fatu says, no more with you. I'm out of the team.
Exactly.
And now Seth Rollins got in the victory, getting the briefcase, is now Mr. Money in the bank.
Yep. And what it says, Christine says, Penta was a menace in that ladder match.
He was, but didn't get what he had to do.
But I mean, we have to recognize too, the six women. I was about to say the 6 men in that match, in that pay-per-view. Seriously, it was a killer match. I'm not saying the women's was better. Both of them, women's and men's, was just perfect. I really love the matches in the sense that everybody was just on their own stuff in the good sense, you know. Penta, he delivered really, really impressive. It was impressive, all the moves, like always he does it. We've seen him already, you know. Grande Americano did not get that much momentum, and he was not supposed to. You know, Chad Gable, for some reason, now he got much more momentum with Grande Americano, right? He was present in 2 pay-per-views, in case you didn't know, my friend. There was another pay-per-view, and the other one, how do you call it? Worlds Collide. And a lot
just
of
like Stephanie McCare did.
Exactly, just like Stephanie McCare. And believe it or not, the fans are not stupid. The fans know clearly that all the wrestlers could have been in the actual match. It did not happen. Why? Because some of the wrestlers are getting much more momentum, even though they don't win, even though they don't get qualified or whatever, but they are being part of the special match at the end of the day. Did you realize that?
Of course.
Because, again, why would you put Grande Americano? It doesn't make any sense. It didn't, but at the end of the day,
it's the ratings they get.
There you go. That was number 2. Number 3. We had again LA Knight, and the live streaming of the predictions that I did, everybody was rooting for LA Knight. Like, if you don't give LA Knight at this point the extra credit, because he had United States Championship before, even though it wasn't for that long, 3 months or 4 months, he actually has building his character and building, you know, the career in the company, if you want to call it his career in this company. And everybody was saying, like, why would you do that? Like, if you don't give him the Money in the Bank briefcase, forget about LA Knight. LA Knight, he will be buried. What do you think about that?
Yeah, but like I said, I will say that LA Knight is not ready for a real championship.
You think?
No.
At all?
He can stay with the United States or whatever he wants, but he's not to be. For me, he's not ready to be champion yet.
Why not?
He doesn't have the case right now to be champion. For me, it is not ready.
The other one, which it was, again, we got also Solo Sikoa, and it was impeccable for what he did in the actual match.
He was a clown in this match.
He did it so well.
Since I met Solo Sikoa the first time I saw him, he was a beast.
Yeah.
In this match,
we know
he was a clown.
He was the clown. You just said it. We have to admit it. Hey, JT,
LA Knight will
never get the title now.
Of course not.
So true, so right.
So Solo Sikoa on this team and this match was a clown.
He was the clown.
Everything he did was a clown.
Everything was clowny.
There's no beast. The beast didn't come out of him.
Yeah. There was no beast.
The enforcer that Roman Reigns has, that he had, there was nothing today.
Exactly. You're right. I mean, but I have to say it. Solo Sikoa, whether he wanted to be a leader, whether he was supposed to be in the Bloodline 2.0, building character as the mentor, as whatever, it worked for a moment, but not completely. Did you realize that? We've seen already Solo Sikoa being part of pay-per-views 3 times, 4 times, because of the Bloodline. If it was not for the Bloodline, and now bringing, you know, the 2 guys, the toughest guys, Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga and the other ones, right? Maybe Solo Sikoa would have been still just a little brother. I mean, you have to give credits to the point that Solo Sikoa had momentum in the actual match. I think, you know, we got to recognize that part. And it had to happen also for Jacob Fatu to get, The moment of the betrayal. The moment of that betrayal was just spectacular. I really loved it. I was laughing so hard. And then you see Jacob Fatu saying the words, the opposite completely. I hate you so low. He said it.
Exactly.
Yeah, which everybody was expecting for that. It had to happen at a pay-per-view. It was magical. I really loved it. Let us know in the comment section, what do you think about this one so far? We got a lot of changes now. Changes for SmackDown, changes for Monday Night Raw, changes for everybody so far. What it says, I agree, Alex. What happened to what he did, what Solo did. Mm-hmm. Yep. And another one, yes, we got a new follower.
Hey, welcome
to everybody that is entering. Omaha, new follower. I knew Truth was at work. Yep, apparently he was. Good to see our Truth. No CM Punk or Roman Reigns. Yep. Who was gonna think? Yeah, you're totally right. Just finished watching what?
Hey, give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear one more time. One thing here with Triple H. Let's see what he has to say.
What is he gonna say now?
Give us a little time. We're gonna continue with the matches.
Okay. Really appreciate.
We just want to see what he's saying and what he's gonna say.
Let's check it out.
What we're doing in terms of brand. LA has always been a special place, I think, for so many entertainment groups, but especially for WWE. The history here of professional wrestling, of what we do. Every time I'm here, I think of Freddie Blassie. It goes so far back, and today is no different. So, in this building, in the Inwood Dome, the partnership here is so great. This building is so incredible. The technology that is here, the fan base that will come to these events, all of it. It's a special place. Love this building. Love the people here. Forum across the street. Just made for an amazing day. And I just want to thank the people here for our partnership at the Inwood Dome and at the Kia Forum, both for me anyways, at least what was a very special day, I think, for our talent as well.
Exactly.
The partnership or the new acquisition of AAA with us that is in process, Worlds Collide today in partnership with AAA, was an incredible event. I only got to stay for part of it because I had to come over here. I will watch the rest later. But I was incredibly impressed with the talent, with the team from AAA, how our team worked with them, and the event that we were able to put on. I think a lot of people are going to be very excited and very happy with what we present with AAA. I think, as Conan mentioned today, we're not looking to turn it into something different. We're not looking to change it. We're looking for authentic lucha libre. We're looking for.
So they still have a contract, ladies and gentlemen. They're still talking.
Has been
to be a partnership.
It looks like they want to extend it.
They want to extend it
because we're like crazy.
It was just this pay-per-view, I guess, but they're talking to have extension of more pay-per-views with them.
Yeah, you can tell. I mean, it worked perfectly.
Yeah, it was really good.
R-Truth was released, but Ron Killing was hired.
Maybe,
JT. Can you imagine?
I think something that was envisioned when Triple H first started to go outside of the box to create something different and something new, we want to amplify that. I think it's what WWE did in the very beginning, and I think it's to the core of what we do, so we will amplify that. And talking to the talent today and seeing their excitement, this is going to be a fun adventure for all of them and for everybody, and the people that will win the most are fans. I thought the talent there were incredible today. I love walking into a building like that with talent that are seeing a sort of a shift of what they're going to be able to do in front of the world, and just seeing this opportunity there. They were all so excited and so fired up and just looking to sort of put their stamp on the rest of the world, and I think it was just the beginning. We're just dipping our toe in the water right now where this will go, and it's going to be awesome. Also, I never knew iguanas were so much fun. So,
everybody's in love with Iguana.
Mr.
Mr. Iguana was killing it in the media. I'm telling
I
you.
want iguanas everywhere.
Whoa.
Tonight we broke a lot of records, and I know I say that a lot when we do these things, but the last record for arena, all-time arena gate was set here at the Inuit Dome when we were here on January 6th, and we beat that tonight. So that had held up until tonight. We passed that tonight, 5 months later. So an attendance of 17,374 live crazy fans that were here tonight.
Oh, so they passed
That
17,000.
added into the 10,000 or so that were across the street a little earlier today. Was a hell of a day. So I'm very excited.
They changed
Also
the
set
name.
merch records look like
No,
for
this
the numbers
is
that I just saw walking in.
17,374 in attendance, ladies and gentlemen. Broke the record today.
Yeah, look.
As well. And as I'm sure all of you have seen, and we'll have more, I just don't have any detail on it, but
it's another.
Triple A did incredibly well earlier today as well across YouTube, so very excited for the whole thing and for the day. I thought tonight was awesome. I just, talent killed it. Some talent that were, had to pull double duty today. Talent that we're not used to seeing. Octagon Jr., working twice, Stephanie the Care working 3 times in the last 24 hours, I think, and them just loving it. You
don't say nothing about Shaq Gable?
To the time at that point in my career
He's
where
had
I
2
was,
wrestlers that did it
trying
double.
to make a name for yourself and get going.
But it never said nothing about Shaq Gable.
Of course, Chad Gable is another person,
It's
and
2 different people.
Americana is
That's what
2
the feeling
people.
was like.
So, he said something about Octagon Jr. and stuff like
Hey,
that.
Triple H knows what to say. And let me guess, there's not going to be any questions. I assume so.
I thought, first of all, I'll just say everybody that was there, and I already said that, but Triple A just wowed me this morning. Chad Gable had an amazing main event. Luckily for him, he didn't qualify for Money in the Bank, but Americano did pretty well, I thought, in that too. So the good thing coming out of tonight is women had a spectacular match, men had a spectacular match. Becky and Lyra was incredible. Dom and Octagon put him on a platform, I don't know if everybody in this room will get it, but when a talent comes back for the ring with tears in their eyes crying, thanking you for the opportunity, it's a humbling experience. For him this was a dream, and it's just so cool to be able to give them that platform and then say, go out and work your magic, man. And he did it tonight, and it was spectacular. And then Cody, Jay, Cena, Logan Paul continues to just wow me. Just a spectacular athlete, spectacular performer that, people just,
Yep.
He's not afraid to get heat, and he's not afraid to make you think who he is what you see, and it's awesome. I love it. And John continuing on his farewell tour, and it's funny, I've known John for so long. Watching him in this process right now, and just how much he's enjoying it, and how much fun he's having doing this, and I don't know, for me, it's about everybody's enjoyment, but it's about John's. He has earned the right to do this exactly the way he wants it to do, and he's having the most fun I think I've ever seen him have. So I'm incredibly happy for him, and then I'm sure everybody might want to ask about R-Truth. So
R-Truth, there you go.
I will leave it to you. I'm going to hit the questions. First thing, before that, just want to mention this Monday, Phoenix, Jay and Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship coming off of this tonight. That will be amazing, and given the fact that we now have Money in the Bank holders let's see where that all goes. Saturday, June 28th, Night of Champions. From Riyadh, we'll be heading to Atlanta for a huge weekend, July 12th, 13, Great American Bash. Saturday night's main event and Evolution 2. Really looking forward to that. August 2 and 3, first ever 2-night SummerSlam from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. So it's going to be a busy summer. It's been a busy spring. I feel like it's been a busy first half of the year. We've been doing a lot of events, doing record business. I want to say tonight was the 28th or 29th sellout in the last 6 months. So things continue to be on the up. Excited for it. And then I'm sure, as everybody heard today, WrestleMania 42 going into Las Vegas. When you have a record-shattering biggest WrestleMania of all time in Vegas, it's great to be able to say we're going back to the entertainment capital of the world, and we look forward to breaking this year's records there. So, exciting time. I'll open it up to you.
First question, front row.
We didn't say nothing about our truth.
Hey man, what's going on?
Okay, what is he gonna say though?
This region specifically, Southern California, Vegas, it'll be the home of the World Cup, the Olympics,
Are you
Super
checking the
Bowls, all that.
questions, or-
You guys are really
No, I just want to see you say something about our truth, but I was like, I leave the questions to you.
He's doing it on purpose. If they have the balls to ask those questions, you know what I'm saying, right? He hasn't said nothing on purpose, I guess.
Part of me would look and say, is there any place in the world we haven't planted a flag, right?
Let's put it back. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Okay.
let's talk about the main event. Interesting main event.
Seriously talking, we got, what was the main event?
24 minutes
Right.
of the match.
But why don't we talk
Cody
about
Rhodes.
Seth Rollins? Oh,
Cody
sorry.
Rhodes.
What?
Jey Uso taking on John Cena and Logan Paul. We already talked about Seth Rollins getting the victory and with being
We
Mr.
talked?
Money in the
We
Bank.
said
Yes.
it?
Andrade, Penta.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got interrupted for this. Whatever.
So our main event, ladies and gentlemen, Seth Rollins is the new Mr. Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Getting the victory with the help of Bronson Reed and a Braun
Do
Breaker.
you like the idea that Seth Rollins has
I
become
like it.
the
I
new-
predicted that, so it's good to have.
I know that you predicted. And a lot of people right now, they are in shock, but we have to admit it that right now Seth Rollins, he's taking all the ratings everywhere. He was on Smackdown, he can be on Raw, he can be anywhere, and it looks like everybody loves him, and that's the reason they chose to put him again.
Well, our main
I
event,
think
ladies and
so.
gentlemen, was a tag team match, 24 minutes. Like I said, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso taking on John Cena and Logan Paul in tag team action. Great match. John Cena gave it hell, like Triple H was saying in the interview right now. He's doing his last year of being wrestling. He's having fun. He's doing what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Great match. But we saw the returning of R-Truth.
Exactly.
With a hoodie on, nobody knew who it was. Getting the belt, hitting John Cena over the head with it. Now I'm seeing in the media that it's not R-Truth anymore. His name is Ron Killings, which his real name is Ron Killings. Unless he's going to change his name and now be Ron Killings.
We want to understand because it's
And instead of being babyface, they're going to turn him heel.
Well, we want, I mean, again, it's not even confirmed. Triple H does not want to say anything about R-Truth. What did he say right now?
He didn't say nothing. He just said,
He did not say
you want to
anything.
talk about R-Truth, but I'm going to leave your questions to you guys to see if you ask.
There you go. And it's true. It's true. But I would say that breaking news, yes, in the WWE shop.com, they just put Ron Killings is here. Head to WWE shop and get your gear now. And it says Ron Killings. So it's true what JT
He probably
was
signed up.
saying.
Or either way, his contract didn't probably re-expire yet. Or he just renewed it and they set a storyline to say, look, let's do something. Get into media and say that you're getting released.
We don't know. We don't know if it's true.
Practically what it is. You
think it's a work?
That's what I think. It's saying anything can happen. Anything can be done like that. To R-Truth, look, we're gonna put you in media that you're gonna talk saying that you got released, that we don't want you anymore. Your contract's not gonna be renewed, And this was the comeback to change your name and everything to come back.
Well, according to, I'm going to give the credits right now. According to Sportskeeda, they just put it right here like 20 minutes ago. They put R-Truth to go by Ron Killen's name. And now the decision to bring him back happened over the past 72 hours.
So maybe they talked to him and he renewed the contract again. What is real name on it now?
Correct. I mean, I don't know if that's supposed to work better or it was something that, like you said, WWE offered, because everybody's kind of hating Triple H for all the crazy decisions and whatever you want to call it, but specifically Triple H, right? When you told me last time in a video that we have to consider too, it's not even it's not supposed to be only Triple H. It's the whole team, the creative department, and TKO, and blah, blah, blah. So everybody is on it taking decisions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So who knows? Maybe they felt bad about it too, and they reconsidered the option of not begging, but trying to negotiate it at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because what? Why? I mean, yes, Triple H, he can listen to the fans, but most of the time he's gonna do whatever he feels like, I assume, right? Or when it's convenient to listen to the actual fans too. It says what Triple H just said is all part of the show.
Of course, it's all part of the show.
So it was part of the show.
Like I said, either R-Truth his contract has never been released and has never been expired, and they just did the storyline of that, or they did the story and tell them, look, we're gonna do this to you, make believe people that they released you. We're gonna bring you back like this because you faced John Cena already. We're gonna turn it around, probably change your name to your real name again. No more R-Truth, and see what happens.
Yeah, and it definitely
and people
really
react
worked.
to that.
It really worked, and again, I don't know. Same thing happened to Kevin Owens. Well, Kevin Owens was supposed to be legitimately, having this injury and all this stuff. It was not supposed to be an actual story, right? Storyline or whatever. But it's just kind of weird, Yes, we got all dizzy and all this stuff. Yeah, we got confused. Yeah, that was the actual goal. Maybe that was the goal. We just don't know. What he said. I
mentioned Octagon in his response earlier. Like when we keep things quiet a lot, right? When talent first start to catch wind of like, we're doing Evolution again, and you see that gleam in their eye and their excitement about it, it's awesome, because they're just chomping at the bit to get there and figure out what that is and what it's going to be, and they're looking to kill it and make a statement. So, it's a lot of these women watched the first that are here now. They just watched the first one.
Talking about Evolution and the women of the pay-per-view Evolution Part 2 coming up.
Exactly.
In July.
Yep.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, that was Money in the Bank.
That was Money in the Bank.
5 matches, incredible matches. You guys have Peacock, you can watch it.
Totally.
And it was incredible. Our next pay-per-view, really, like I said, it will be on the 28th of June of this month. It is Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. Afternoon show. We'll let you know when it's going to be. We're going to move on to the first pay-per-view we saw earlier today at 3 o'clock p.m. It was live, ladies and gentlemen, as well from Los Angeles, California. It was live from the Kia Forum. We have over 10,000 fans in attendance, ladies and gentlemen, for that pay-per-view. And it was Mexican Lucha Libre. As they say, AAA has, repeat myself, AAA and WWE has gone in a partnership to have wrestlers and pay-per-views with the wrestlers of AAA. This pay-per-view is called Worlds Collide. We had 5 credible matchups to start off. We're going to start off with match number 1. It was a 6-man tag team match. 14 minutes, 10 seconds. It was Octagon Jr., Aerostar, and a lot of people like this one, Mystery Iguana, taking on and defeating, who they defeated, the Latino World Order, Dragon Lee, Cruz del Toro, and Lince Dorado was included in the match because Joaquin Wilde was supposed to be in the match, but he got injured. And Lince Dorado took his place. Great 6-man tag team match. Mexicans versus Raw superstar and Liz Dorados will evolve. But in this match, the Mexicans won it. Triple A had the victory.
Well, this match, yeah. So, yeah, you're right. Raw might get the title. Can you imagine?
I would assume so.
You can let us know in the comment section, how do you see this whole thing, with Worlds Collide? How do you find the actual pay-per-view? Was it a really interesting pay-per-view? Was it too much? I really loved it. We were watching it again. Huge reminder, you can subscribe and double check, in the playlist. It's called WWE pay-per-view, so you can double check our, I would say, best reactions of the 2 watch-alongs that we did today. It was all about Worlds Collide. It started at 3 p.m. and it was, on YouTube. I guess you can double check it on WWE YouTube, okay, because it was for free. And the other one was Money in the Bank at 7 p.m. So yeah, should have won. My mommy should have won. Okay, so definitely you can like this video, and of course we welcome new subscribers and new followers on time. And I was gonna say what? The first match. Yeah, I mean, this match was something else. I'm telling you, from now on, I don't know. I assume that the partnership is working so well. The ratings, you could tell they mix it all the crowd. You got the crowd of our regular WWE fans. You got the Latin crowd, in the good sense, of course, of Mexico in this case, AAA audience. I mean, what do you expect, Triple H? You are going to get everybody's at the end of the day. You are going to get everyone's,
Exactly.
And I mean, if they don't choose what's the best, and for what I checked in the media, it really impressed me to know that they took their time to choose the best actually from AAA. I was checking the profiles, when they put in media, get to know the wrestlers, who is going to compete and whatever. So apparently all the wrestlers that they took their time being in the pay-per-view and all this stuff, all of them either are former champions or they are actual, current champions right now on AAA. So it speaks a lot. That's the reason that the matches were on top tonight. I mean, today again. Today, so you could tell that AAA has so much talent. And this is the moment that, believe it or not, funny thing, again, I understand the rumors. I understand the media. At the end of the day, this is business, we know. But the actual, supposedly true, they were saying also, a lot of the WWE fans, that the fact of the matter of doing and creating this whole partnership from Triple H, it was only because he's looking to make sure and make Tony Khan's miserable life, because Tony Khan did it already with TMLL. Now it's Triple H assuring himself that he can get the perfect competition. What do you think on that one?
Of course, he does it like that, and it also gives them ratings.
So you're saying that for real, he's not focusing the actual talent? Is that what you're trying to say?
He's focusing on actual talent, but he wants ratings. And remember, everything here is money. So if he gives him money, that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna beat anybody to get the money.
So forget about the talent anymore?
No, he can get the talent, but the talent is he wants money. And the talent is the one that gives him the money.
But he wants to assure that he's on top of Tony Khan?
At top of everybody, not Tony Khan only. Every company.
Forget it. Right now, we have to admit it is between Triple H and Tony Khan for real. TNA, I wouldn't even count it because right now TNA is under WWE.
Not even on WA.
Exactly.
Not even New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Exactly.
No, like that.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you can even say Triple A.
Exactly. I mean, but what I'm saying now, the fact of the matter that we have so many shows, that's the reason that everybody's complaining. Now we know the reason why you're doing so many shows. Because TKO right now is focusing only in the finances extremely, to the point that next month, the 3 following shows, it's going to be what? Evolution.
You got Saturday night's main event and NXT's American Bash.
There
and then
you
that
go.
same night, American Bash and Saturday night's main event, AEW has All In.
There you go. It's going to be challenging because at the end of the day, All In is like the biggest thing ever. It's like a WrestleMania for AEW. And they have worked so well. Last year, I remember we purchased for, one time ever, right? And it was a killer pay-per-view. I have no idea if it's gonna get repeated again. It looks like it won't happen like the last year, you know, but everything works according to, again, the schedule, the place, where, when, and how.
The place is the most important one.
You know, yes.
So,
yes.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about our
true.
second match for Worlds Collide. It was a tag team women's match, 9 minutes 35 seconds. Stephanie Becker and Lola Vice taking on Triple A's Chica Tormenta and Dalis.
Yep.
To a Mexican with a Panamanian to take on Cuban and Chilena. And Stephanie Becker, Lola Vice getting the victory against Chica Tormenta and Dials. And that was Dalis. That was a good match to see. And these two.
Yeah.
And Stephanie Becker doing the double shift for the night, having a double show.
WWE has gotten boring, you think?
You think?
I doubt it. Everybody's crazy right now.
Oh, that depends on the storylines.
Yeah,
they
it
do.
depends
That's
on
why.
the storyline. Some of the stories are getting a little bit repetitive. We understand. Yes, second time Seth Rollins with the Money in the Bank. Yeah, what in the world? Everybody was expecting something different. Yes, AEW way more exciting than WWE. There you go. I mean, it's just right now. It all depends on how you feel like the shows, because practically AEW does not have storylines. This is just different. WWE, they focus on the storyline and the creative, a lot of stuff comparing to AEW. We're not saying AEW is trash, but you know how it is. TKO is killing WWE.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Our next match was a third match, 6-man tag team match.
Oh, okay.
15 minutes.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was Legado del Fantasma, Santos Escobar, Angel Humberto from Smackdown to take on the Lucha Libre AAA of El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr., Pagano, and the Psycho Clown. Great match, 6-man tag team, a lot of flying, but at the end, Legado del Fantasma getting the victory.
Yeah, wanna come, Lucia Wrestling, what? Massively Rey Mysterio guy. Okay. Again, I was what? You want to say something?
No, go.
No, what I was trying to say. I'm not related, of course, to these wrestlers. Are you related to those?
No, I seen some of them. No.
Yeah, I haven't seen them.
The ones
before.
I saw have been retired already. I saw them a long time ago. Not personally, but I've seen them on TV. But the wrestlers that I saw on TV before are just the ones that are retired already.
No, I'm talking about the actual
The ones in the TV that we just saw today.
In the pay-per-view.
No, we haven't. I've never seen them before.
Right.
But for me, they're practically new.
Right.
So, but it was a great match. 6-man tag team. But they got Fantasma at the end, getting the victory.
He's Romeo. Cool, Romeo. Thanks for coming again. I mean, the only thing I have to say in this one, I just really loved how they put it, all the matches. The fact of the matter to be shown, to get known, you know, that was practically the idea. You don't know if you're going to get called up by WWE in the future. You don't know if the following year, one of these wrestlers are going to come up suddenly on NXT. And I'm not saying they wouldn't go to SmackDown or the main roster, whatever. But they could. You don't know. So this type of events and live events and pay-per-views, whatever is the reason or the cause, whatever, it's going to help to build up a lot of your brand and a lot of the company and a lot of the actual name of the wrestler. Exactly. And I have to say it, right now in the media, Mr. Iguana, right? Exactly. He's killing it. He's already viral, I guess. I was checking on Twitter. Everybody's talking about Mr. Iguana. Like, where have you seen that? You know, never. Well, I haven't seen that before. But what I'm trying to say is, again, this is a huge opportunity for some of the wrestlers that they are showing up for the first time ever. Even though they won, even though they lost it in the match, point it is that WWE is connected with AAA. Hopefully we can get a second live event with AAA, right? And of course, I assume that they're going to bring another round of other stars. Because you mentioned in another video that the list that they have for the partnership, it's not any type of list. It's much more than 10 wrestlers. You said Alberto Del Rio and somebody
Alberto
else.
Del Rio also is
Right.
in it, but we haven't seen him yet.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more wrestlers that we haven't seen. We don't know. Later on, they're gonna bring more wrestlers to the shows. So we just saw a couple today. Like we saw the next match that we saw was a fatal 4-way match for the NXT North American Championship. Match lasted 14 minutes 55 seconds. Ethan Page, All Eagle from NXT, defending the title of the North American Championship against Javon Evans.
Yep.
Ray Phoenix from Smackdown, and Laredo Kid. Laredo Kid is a superstar that he's in AAA. Also wrestles for TNA.
Yeah.
The two companies that WWE is affiliated with. And he is the AAA Cruiserweight champion of AAA right now.
Yeah.
So that was a great match. Fatal 4-way, even though Ethan Page still retained the championship. That was obvious that was going to happen. But we're probably going to see later on more wrestlers of AAA coming into the shows of NXT. Mostly the one that was superstars for NXT.
Exactly.
So to give them ratings and move up a little bit. So we'll just see what happens in later on of that part.
Yeah, I mean, definitely that match, it was so predictable. But anywho, you never know what Triple H or Shawn Michaels can do it at the end of the day. I would have loved to see Ray Phoenix getting the North American title or put in Javon Evans finally for the North American Championship.
Right.
But I mean, again, it was a special occasion. It was a live event, which, you know, maybe we never won't see it again, you know. So it just didn't fit. Yeah, didn't fit, you know. But I really love it. That was one of the best matches for me. I have to admit it. Yeah, and of course the women's, the women's. That was.
We had one more match, the main event. 22 minutes for the match. It was a singles match, 1-on-1 for the AAA Mega Championship.
Yep.
Chad Gable taking on the champion, El Hijo de Vankingo.
Yeah,
who was the
Vikingo.
champion. 22 minutes for that match. Chad Gable did all he could for that match. Great match.
Chad Gable was challenged so bad.
Did try to win the match, but at the end, still champion El Hijo de Vankingo. So we'll see what happens. If, like I say, if more wrestlers come from AAA, it will be amazing to see those matches. And we just have to see what happens.
Yeah, well, that main event, it was supposed to be Vikingo retaining the title. Yeah, common sense. Yeah, he was supposed to, retaining it. But I really loved it because, again, Vikingo, he has been, I don't know how many shows he's being promoted. It's crazy. Who knows? Maybe Vikingo, he can get, a deal with WWE in the future, right? Or you just never know. It's just lately what WWE, what they're focusing for a moment is right now what's viral, who's popular, who's giving me ratings, extra ratings. I'll make sure to give him a contract, isn't it?
Exactly.
So makes sense. But again, we don't know what's gonna happen. There's a lot of expectation for the following live events like crazy. So I guess, we're gonna understand better how this is supposed to be, growing up. Again, we still have 6 more months for the whole year of shows.
Exactly.
WWE needs to have trios championships.
I've been saying all this all the time that we should have trio championships, but it's been a while, and WWE is almost 50 years already with WWE.
Yeah.
And I don't know, a lot of companies that start new and been already have trios champions.
Yeah.
Well, TNA is the only one that doesn't have it.
Oh.
But a lot of companies do, so I don't know why WWE, they have enough wrestlers to have trios. So I don't know how they haven't come out with that championship
Thank both of you for a great day. See you next time.
Thanks
again,
Monday
JT.
night,
We'll
NXT.
see you Monday. We'll see you Monday again.
Monday
Thanks
Night Raw,
for your
remember.
super support. Thanks again. Have a great weekend, of course.
A weekend, yes.
Yeah.
So,
it's just, again, there's a lot of stuff that it's just a different type of management, a different type of, like you said it. He's been watching the show for more than 20 years. What can you say at this point? This would be my question because I'm the one who does all the questions. What's the difference right now that versus Triple H's management versus Vince McMahon management? Is this working? Is he following certain stuff? Because for what I heard, it looks like he has broken a lot of rules and
a lot of things that he's doing, Vince McMahon would have not done. Like these pay-per-views twice a pay-per-view a day or one on 3 days straight, Vince McMahon wouldn't have done that. Vince McMahon is only one pay-per-view a month, and that's it. WWE is doing 3-4 pay-per-views in 1 month. Vince McMahon wouldn't have done that. Vince McMahon wouldn't have wasted that money that much.
Exactly.
Yes, he was the man that used to release a lot of wrestlers. Vince McMahon was not the kind of guy that would partnership with other companies. He wouldn't have done either. If he wanted a company, he will buy it, but not be partnership with them.
Exactly.
What happened to WCW? He bought it.
Oh, he bought it.
What he did to ECW, to Paul Heyman, he bought it.
Yeah.
Now, what WWE is doing now, partnership, I'm not getting it wrong. It's good to have a partnership with the AAA, TNA, bring wrestlers back and forth. That's great. But Vince McMahon wouldn't have done that. Yeah. He had his own wrestlers, his own company
it looks like,
to do that.
Like Vince McMahon was thinking, not inside the box, like we should call it, right? It looks like he wanted to look for ownership. That's it. And Triple H,
he wanted everything.
You know, let's be a little bit open.
And the thing is as well, that Vince McMahon was the kind of guy that he did his own storylines. He's the one that invented the storylines himself.
Yeah.
So he had to. They did whatever he did. And another thing, Vince McMahon was practically old person. Like we call, like I might say myself, dinosaur time.
Dinosaur time.
Triple H does everything with technology nowadays. I understand everything is technology today. Vince McMahon wasn't doing that. Vince McMahon did things little by little with the technology.
Exactly.
Triple H brings everything together.
Exactly. Well, you have to understand that before, it was not that it was 100% popular. The amount of popularity before the popularity wasn't there. It was not the actual right team. You have to understand also that Triple H is just continuing the building and the whole construction of everything. He's just continuing the legacy. Everything is already fit. Everything is already ready to go. And then he came and starting, working on it. Exactly. And there's a huge difference. And Vince McMahon, he actually started from scratch. That's the actual difference. And again, maybe he was looking for much more ownership. He would not do what you said, like just clearly. They were saying also in the media, like, why would you do that to the poor ring? The man of the ring. That's an insult. It is an insult. Like, why would you put partnerships and brands everywhere? So they were even saying in media right now, which is crazy. Can you imagine in the wrestler's gear that you put brand of any type of brand on it? They were saying that. I don't know if that's gonna be true or not. It'll be kind of weird. But yeah, possible. Yeah, it could be possible too. It says what All in Dallas is going to be crazy good next month. Yeah. I mean, it's the competition right now. This is just like, I'm getting much more people. What you getting right now? What show are you doing right now? I bet you right now, if Tony Khan does an actual event, for whatever reason, UK, Triple H is going to choose. Let's go to UK too. You're going to go where? Portugal. Okay, I'm going to go, I don't know, Paris, whatever, on purpose. It's not because they plan it already, but it looks like it's happening because you're doing this, I'm going to do that from now on. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that all the time. This is something new from Triple H's. Or it happened before, between what was it, the story before WCW, right, and
ECW.
And ECW, sorry, and WWE. Was it like that? Kind of,
But it was
differently. Yeah, kind of. It's all of that, And funny thing, like considering that you were saying too, they have to consider the ticket selling, and funny thing too. WWE right now, for some reason, they always get sold out. The fans are complaining for whatever reason. Still, they sell the tickets. Yeah. They still get sold out. He also mentioned it, right? The amount of people that we were already packed, and I don't know how many people they were part of.
17,000.
There you go.
AEW doesn't do that.
They do it in another way.
No, not even that. I think the only pay-per-view they fell out is one is All In because it's like a WrestleMania for them.
Exactly.
But either that, there are only like about 8,000, 9,000, less than 1,000 people because they always do it in theaters. Theaters are always the most you can have is 5,000 people.
But like you said it too, considering that AEW, again, they're growing, I understand it's what, the 5th year or 6th year? Is it what?
I think they're going to 6 years, I think.
There you go. I mean, versus how many years of WWE? 20 or 30?
2 or 50.
There you go. That was one of the questions that I was asking my husband. Like, how many years AAA has been also?
Triple H has been over
It's
20-something
crazy.
years. Like 30 years already.
Yes.
He started in 1995.
I mean, you're not going to grow in a minute. It takes a while. I
yeah.
mean, you know, it's a lot of work. Yes, we know. It's a lot of, again, a lot of teamwork. Again, like you said it, also choosing the right wrestlers also, and not getting to that point like right now everybody's saying, if you listen to any podcast, a lot of people, they're trashing out AEW. They're saying, no, he does not know how to book the matches. It's a disaster, you know, like why? Why are you wasting talent? But in WWE, they waste talent too in another way. It's just you don't feel it because it's bigger. It's much more crowded. It's different, you know?
Yeah.
And again, AEW is a little bit smaller. I mean, I'm not saying it's tiny, but I'm saying it's small.
And they also are partnership with New Japan Pro Wrestling. They have Ring of Honor Wrestling. They also partnership with CML, CML, IELL, whatever you call it. And they have 4 companies together.
There you go.
But they still have less audience. I don't understand why.
Again, it's time. It's a matter of time. You cannot compare 3 years to 5 or 10 years or 20 years. I mean, and if you take a look, and I don't want to sound exaggerated, right now, WWE, how many shows are they holding it? Because now we have Monday Night Raw, I understand. Tuesdays, of course, NXT, what a question. Wednesdays, they are trying to put Evolve for some reason.
And we don't know, and we haven't seen, I haven't seen the show in over a little bit, but they have WWE's main event, which is on Thursdays. It's recorded. You can see it on Peacock every Thursday.
Yeah.
Half an hour show because that show's recorded half an hour before Monday Night Raw starts.
Yeah.
They have NXT, Smackdown, and now they just invented Evolve. So.
Which we don't even know if Evolve is actually gonna work. Because last time they put Level Up, and they got rid of the show.
But it lasted like about 7 years.
7 years for real? I thought it was less. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Really?
That's a little bit, yeah.
And Thursdays, nobody wants to get involved.
Yeah, but you have to understand this.
Uh-huh.
Evolve didn't have a champion.
Oh, wow.
It was just wrestlers from NXT.
But 205, they got it.
205 had only one title.
Oh.
Which is the Cruiserweight.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
But now they're making... These are wrestlers that are independent that we don't know about. They just made an Evolve champion.
Yeah.
We have a new women's champion of Evolve as well. They're putting women as well. So I think it's going to be a little bit more with these two.
Yeah, I mean, we're not sure. Yeah, they just started, what, a month ago, kind of?
I would say so, yeah.
Kind of, yeah. But if they get rid of the show easily like that, it's not going to be, it's not going to be nice. And for some reason, Thursdays, nobody wants to get involved with TNA. I don't know why. I mean, TNA is supposed to be only Thursdays ever, all the time. And Fridays, what? Smackdown.
Fridays or Smackdown.
And Saturdays?
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet. But when they feel like they're putting
Saturday night's main event. Or they have pay-per-views because normally it's on Saturdays.
That's what I meant to say. So the amount of shows versus another one, what they tend to do at AEW, it's just, it's just totally different. I mean, until what point we're going to see a lot of changes with the championships, with the wrestlers, that we don't get exaggeration of releases, we're not sure yet. It's happening right now. This was the round of this month still. And apparently we want to understand if it's 100%,
Right.
The only thing we heard about it was Karrion Kross, that it was supposed to be he's supposed to be in the last 2 months, well, with the wife, correct? So, but after that we don't know. So who knows if the contract finishes at that time or whatever time it is, and then we hear about it from other wrestlers. That means that's gonna be another round of releases. What you think?
Of course.
Yep. So definitely, you want to add something else?
No, just ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. for these two shows, The Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank. We'll see you Monday, as always, Monday Night Raw on Netflix, 8 o'clock. And SmackDown next Friday on 8 o'clock on USA. Remember, Monday we'll be live from Phoenix, Arizona for Raw. SmackDown in Lexington, Kentucky.
A huge reminder, of course, we really appreciate all the new subscribers, all the new followers, a little bit of YouTube, a little bit of TikTok, Twitter. We really appreciate your greatest support. And we know when you're sharing, the link of this video, we got your notifications, your comments, your likes, and everything counts. So we really appreciate it. Thanks again, Alexander, your ring announcer and commentator, Carla, your analyst. But we want to share also that you can find much more information in the description down below, so you can take a look in our podcast that is called Wrestle Splash Podcast, again on Apple Podcasts or Spotify Podcasts, so you can know the latest episodes, full review of everything, pay-per-views, a little bit of WrestleMania, Backlash, all the shows. So definitely you can download it for free. And best part of it, you can rate us with 5 stars. And you can tell us what do you think about the latest episode. So definitely thanks again to everybody who came to the live chat right here and over here, of course. And we'll see you Monday Night Raw
8 o'clock.
at 8 p.m. EDT or 5 p.m.
Good night, everybody.
5 p.m. Pacific. Where is the... Oh... I lost it. No. It's a little bit slow.